Hello, this is Extreme Music TV, and I'm your host, Roy. And today we're going to be doing seminal technical death metal progressive metal band Fallujah. 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 The Flesh Prevails album review. Can me say that again? Fallujah. My fascia. Fallujah. Fascia. All right, this band was formed in San Francisco, California, in the Bay Area in 2007. This band has built up their own diehard fan base. Like most bands in this type of music, you kind of got to do self-promotion. You got to kind of put your name out there. The only way you're going to do that is by selling or way of YouTube or any social media nowadays. But the name Fallujah is after a city called Al Anbar in the province of Iraq. Right here it says that this time band's formation sustained the highest concentration of destruction, casualties in both sides of fighting. The members of Fallujah have lived a majority of their lives post 9/11, growing up with the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, as well as observing tension between East and West religious turmoil. The city of Fallujah represents the pinnacle of tension, hostility, and destruction, and has come to define the world we live in. To claim that this man has no knowledge what went on there is disrespectful. It's simply uniform opinion and irreverent to the true message of the band. Wow. This band has I want to get into the album. This is a progressive album. This album is kind of gives you you're not going to believe this because this is some devastating death metal, but it kind of gives you like a dream-like state because it's very progressive. It doesn't just concentrate only on growling and stuff like that. It's more this album, there's a lot of beautiful guitar melodies, a lot of, of course, your usual technicality going on, and it kind of, this band started out like a deathcore band, there's still some metalcore elements in their music, but you're not going to hear like pig squealing or anything like that, or you know what I mean? You're going to hear. The box is actually kind of one-dimensional, but I like it because it sounds pretty monstrous. This is like your typical closet monster stuff. No, I'm just kidding. But the album, The Flesh Prevails, is probably I want to get it out of the way right now. This album is very like I said, it's very progressive, and you're going to hear a whole lot of you're not going to hear too much similarities from other bands. You're going to probably hear this band has their own kind of their own identity going in, if you could believe that, because it's technical death metal. A lot of bands are very cookie cutter. The first track on the album is Starlit Path, and it's just your standard technical death metal. You're not going to hear too many breakdowns on this album. You're not going to hear too many similarities to deathcore. It has very maybe 5% deathcore in the mix. It's more straight up technical death metal, progressive metal going on here. And I'm not talking about Opeth or anything like that. I'm talking more about like let's just say symphonic technical death metal bands that have been coming out like Bloodthirsty. The next the next song on the album is Carved from Stone, and like the first let's say the first five or six or seven tracks into this album, and it's kind of like the Carpet Stone is pretty much the same as the opening track. The Night Reveals. Most bands rely on like metaphors and poetry to describe the message, and the title track, "The Flesh Prevails," is I would say is very. Some of these songs clock in over almost 20 minutes, 15 minutes long each. So the second half of the album, it kind of goes as the album progresses. By the second half, it's more. They put on a guitar clinic, and you hear a lot less. There's not that much vocals going on after that. The next song, "Levitation," is another track. This is not Metallica per se. This is more because these a lot of these songs are very long, and there's a lot of interludes. There's some filler on this album, but it's kind of like it gets you into it, but like just say like a fan described it, this would actually put them to sleep. I don't know how death metal could put anybody to sleep, but and the next song, "Alone with You," is one of the really progressive songs on this album. There's a lot of like just a lot of long guitar intervals on here. And "Allure" and "Sapphire" and "Chemical Cave" is the last. By the time you hear "Sapphire," you hear the vocals again, and then "Chemical Cave" has a little bit of the same, but a lot of probably a lot of the I would say a lot of not too much similarities to the any other album you've heard before. It's just like it creates kind of like a movie experience, kind of like I'm not saying like Nile, like Mummy death metal, but it's kind of like it's more of a like a you get the feeling that you're watching a movie, and then you're just like totally into it, and and after a while, I'm not saying this is gonna sound like Lord of the Rings, but it's very how do you say, very like it gets you into it. Like it's not, like I said, it's not all destruction all the time with this band. This band is very progressive. This band is very they're trying to make a name for themselves. They've been doing it like a lot of bands, like through social media, Facebook, and all that stuff. And I think they have a very good. They're also been on the Summer Slaughter tour, or be on the Summer Slaughter tour. This also. And so this band definitely deserves recognition. The only thing is the vocals are very one-dimensional. You don't hear a lot of highs on here. There's not a lot of huge swings in the meter with the vocal department. It's just very one-dimensional, but I love it. It just sounds an equivalent to a grizzly bear, a brontosaurus. So it's I mean, for me, usually. You could say when I listen to heavy metal, extreme metal, I'm very one-dimensional because I just like it has to be super heavy, brutal. And this band plays at a drop B tuning, and I mean, I think they could go lower with that, but most technical death metal bands play at drop B tuning, and it sounds just if not heavier than some bands that play at drop E nowadays with today's jet music. But overall, I give this album. I would give this album a 10 out of 6 because it's kind of one-dimensional with the vocal department, and there's a lot of filler on here. I mean, you could get into it. It's just it's just a lot of filler in this album. But once the music hits, oh man, it'll blow you away. This stuff is awesome. But like I said, it's just a little bit one-dimensional with the vocal department. But like I said, the vocals are catchy enough to get you in to start, to, you make you headbang. So, all right, this is Grunt, and this is Extreme Music TV. All right, I'll see you guys soon.